About to do a test real quick. All right, cool. Looks like we cooking. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with it? What it do? Welcome. I think we good to go. I do need to turn off my microphone audio, my other microphone. Thinking the one in my interface needs to just come off because I can hear it. That's gonna be another video also. My Orion, how this thing works with the built-in effects and whatnot. So just turning that down. All right, so you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna talk about Sidechain in Studio One. This is a song that I've already got done by my boy Mike G again. And I don't, you know, we all talk about Sidechain. A lot of people like, you know, I've been receiving a lot of flack for Sidechain. I don't know why, but they're like, why don't you just EQ it? But I'm like, well, EQ is cool, but what if I wanted to be more transparent? I really don't want to change the tone of whatever it is, right? So let's say I got my vocal track. This is my vocal track, but I wanted to fit within the beat a little bit better. How do you do that? You do that with some sidechain functions. That's how I use it. And we're going to talk about other sidechain techniques since we're here. All right. So let's go ahead and listen to the track. Let's listen to it starting on the first verse.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with.
So, you know, you get the gist of it, right? So I like the way it sounds so far, but I also feel like it could mesh with the beat a little bit more. Most people would bust these two together, do some bus compression, which is also ideal. But I want to do this before even hitting my mix bus, right? Let me just make sure I named this correctly. Vox track or Vox bus, whatever. So I got my vocals bus, right? Here's how I use sidechain compression or sidechain dynamics rather, with different plugins, okay? So the first one I like to use the most is called Soothe. Everybody knows about Soothe, but no one talks about its sidechaining function. So let's go ahead and pull that up. All right. So I got Soothe pulled up, and it's going to be the last thing on my channel. So it might even be like before like a bus compressor or whatever. I'm going to just go ahead and zero all this out, flat start. Oh shit. Shoot. Oops. And come out of that, right? So we got it set. I'm pretty much I don't want it to listen to anything below like 200. Let's say 200. The dude's voices, it depends on the audio. And I really don't want it to affect too much. So I'm gonna just have it roll off the high end. I don't want it to affect the high end too much. Everything in between here, I'm just turning it off. It's really the high pass, or the low pass filter and the high pass filter. All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to turn this sidechain button on here. And then on Studio One, it's real easy to set up a sidechain. You tell the track what you want to listen to, or the plugin, or whatever you want it to do. So you can hit this, turn it on, or you can just go here and select the track or the bus or the aux, whatever you want to listen to it, right? So this is what I do. Track number 2, box bus. You see how when I labeled it, it brings up the correct label. Now it's listening. It can hear to that track. Let's go.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just.
And that's like the easiest way to get your vocal to be sidechained against an entire like instrumental bus or a 2-track beat instead of trying to EQ around it. Now, this kind of doesn't work for you. It's a very dope trick, very dope. You can go wrong with it, but most of the time, the cuts are so precise you won't even hear it. But what you will get is immediate, like more clarity, like more. The vocals will fit better within the beat. There won't be too much clashing.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the.
But you see how now when I turn it all the way down to kind of deactivate it, it doesn't. The vocals kind of start to feel closed, like the walls are closing in on that vocal.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding.
And most plugins have like a mid and side. You can do mid side. I like to unlink them. And just have it all like independently do its thing so that it sounds more natural.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of.
So now we got an immediate pocket for the vocals. How else do we sidechain? A number of ways. So you can also sidechain your reverbs. If you feel like you want a big reverb, but it's not quite, it's too much in the way, but you want your reverb to still be there, just throw a compressor. And I just like to use the stock compressor just because it works well within Studio One. I turn off, I'm gonna keep the stereo link on. I'm gonna turn up the ratio, and then I'm just gonna turn down the threshold and tighten up the knee a little bit, maybe even just a little bit tighter. And same thing, real easy in Studio One. Listen to, I guess because it's part of this same bus, I'm just gonna have it listen to all of them. Boom. I'm just gonna have it listen to all the vocals, and then that's it.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me.
And then you can actually listen. You can listen to the like what the compressor is hearing. So check it out.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm digging deep, digging deep.
You hear that?
I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks.
So now we're hearing what frequencies the compressor is or the compressor is hearing to execute the sidechain. So once the sidechain, the input is going over that threshold, it'll knock everything else down. So check it out. You hear that pumping now? So what we're telling that computer to do is, hey, every time the input goes louder than the threshold, turn this track down. Turn it down, and then when it goes away, let it go again. That's what we're telling this compressor to do. So I'm just gonna kind of back off a little bit.
To God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach.
But now it's just that much more clarity without losing the reverb. The reverb is there. It's just that at certain points underneath the vocal, it just gets ducked up underneath. I might not do it as drastic, maybe a little bit less than that.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep.
And then in the future, you could even get like into setting the attack and release times with the tempo so it releases at the right point in time. Some plugins actually come with ducking included. So on this is probably my new favorite reverb, the Tai Chi from Reverb Foundry, secretly designed by my other reverb company, Liquid Sonics. Or I don't know if they completely designed it, but they have a lot of influence here. So this one has a dynamics processing or sidechain compressor built in. So all you have to do is just do a similar thing. Set your threshold or your threshold, your ratio, and your knee. Boom. See, look, it'll tell you. This makes it easy. It'll tell you how hard or how soft the knee is to do the freaking the thing, you know what I'm talking about? I can't think right now, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just back these off a little bit. I don't want to be too slow, so let's go.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep.
But now that I've got that more under control, so I'm basically taking it back about 6 dB. I can increase this to 6 dB and not have to worry about the reverb being too loud during those parts. It'll return to the proper loudness whenever the audio goes away.
I swear to God, the laziness was killing me. You going on a shopping, but I'm going on a living spree. I told you I'm digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind.
But now we got a more controlled reverb. That's side chaining to effects. There's also side chaining in instrumentals too. I don't have an example up here, but the same concept. Let's say you got an 808 and then you have a kick drum. One of those have to give because they live in the same frequency range, those subs and those lows, right? Let's say you want to keep your low end in your kick, but it's not quite, but you don't want to like have to EQ the crap out of it just to make it fit with the whatchamacallit, the beat, right? So let me see, maybe I do have a session. I'll open that up. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. I appreciate you all. If I can remember what to do here. I don't know if I have any beats. That have, there might be one somewhere around here. I stopped making beats a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? I know I got some beats in here somewhere that might actually make sense. Let's see, let's check this one out. This might be a fail because this is on my new computer and I might not have. Yeah, I'm missing like tons of instruments, so this may or may not work out. And this bus compressor has noise. Or is it the compressor, or is it, what is it? Oh, it's the CLA thing. Turn that off. That noise, boy. All right. All right, this is a good beat. This is not, I mean, it's not necessarily a good beat, but it'll be a good example. All right. So I clearly hear that at this point in time, I didn't like think about side chaining my bass line to the kick. Cause now I'm hearing like it's muddying up, or they're conflicting, or it's just too much going on. So now I'm gonna add a compressor. It can be any compressor that does side chain. The Studio One, again, it just happens to work well. I'm gonna tighten up this attack, sweeten up the release a bit, tighten up this knee, and I'm just gonna make it listen to, what track is that? Number 16. Listen to the kick. Boom. And it's real easy. It sets it up. It sets it up for you. Now my kick is living with that bass line. That bass line is going crazy, but now the kick actually can have its place. It's making way for the place. Yeah, this is one of those beats that I actually never finished. But anyway, let's get back to it. And you can do the same thing. Like, let's say I think that synth is overtaking my claps or whatever too much. You can do a similar thing, you know, sidechain like that. You can do, hey, what's up, Daniel? What's up? Hey, Red, what's up, fam? But yeah, man, so it's really about not only just doing sidechain because you can, it's sidechaining with a purpose. Let's try this. Let's say I don't want necessarily the kick to completely knock out the compressor, the whole signal. You can do a couple things. Studio One comes with the multi-band dynamics. If I could type it in correctly. Boom. You can sidechain that to the kick, but only the frequencies you want it to. So like, let's say I just want the threshold to be low enough to get rid of the lows for a little bit. And then on the mid band, maybe right here, but I don't want it to really affect the high end. I kind of want things to just be the same, or I want to hear the snap of the kick, right? Let's say I want to hear the snap of the kick. Let me knock that down by using that. So now we're doing this. Now we're doing this on a per frequency basis, similar to the sidechaining to the vocal track, right? Or sidechaining the beat to the vocal track. You're knocking out the frequencies that are clashing with the vocals. Now we're knocking out the frequencies of the 808 that's clashing with the beat or with the drum kick. The drum kick, the kick drum. Wait, did I do the right? Oh, I didn't even sidechain to the right thing because I forgot I printed everything. Track number 16. So like, and we can solo these. You see that? I think the monitoring is a little bit funky here. You can't really see, but you can see that it's responding to. So like, let me just go ahead and get rid of that. And now we're knocking down these frequencies. You hear that? And that's what you're seeing is it responds to the kick. And that's how you do it with multi-band compressor. So if you just want to do a complete knock of the whole frequency, one compressor is fine. If you only want to knock around, do different frequency bands at different levels, you got multi-band dynamics. If you want to do like an actual frequency, a resonance specific, you want to do Soothe. You can even do, what's that other one? Smooth Operator can do it. Oh, I don't think I downloaded it on my new MacBook. But Smooth Operator from Baby Audio can do it. I actually need to go download all those. I mean, it's very smart. Even and like I said, let's say you got your reverb, but you don't want to knock out the upper part, you can just put a multi-band compressor and have it focus on the low mids or the mids, so that vocal can come through but still have that sheen up top. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can do anything with sidechain compression. It just depends on what you're looking for. So like, for example, I know that I want my synth to come out over these stabs of strings, right? It's just a lot going on. So yeah, there's a conflict for me, and I kind of want that to work out better. So I'm gonna just go ahead and add Soothe, or like I said, add multi-band dynamics, and just freak it from there. Boom, turn on the sidechain button here, and then have it listen to, what is that thing called actually? What track is that? Low string. Oh, synth jabs. Sounds like a choir to me, but whatever. I'm just gonna have it listen to synth jab, the low synth jabs. Make sure this is on. Oops, hold on. I think I screwed that up. I wanted to listen to the my fault. I don't want it to listen to itself. Duh. So I just set it up to where that synth is gonna knock down the right frequencies so that it can have its place. And I'll show you. This is what we're hearing. You on most of these you can listen to the actual signal. So let's see. And I'll show you what it's doing. This is the original signal. This is what Soothe is listening to. And now you can see that it's making its it's making its adjustments. And you can go as selective and as sharp as you want. And so let's go back. I think this is it right here. Now, I don't know if it's very subtle, but it's more like you can feel it, that now that there's things that are not like, they're not fighting each other. So let's just hear it back in the beat real quick. And now we have a more cohesive. Now I can probably turn this my tie up, and now I can probably pull back the strings and now they're more equal, but now they're creating space for each other. So, that's that on Sidechain. I mean, you could do almost anything. You can do your de-esser, you can do a CLA, you can do whatever. You can do whatever you want. Do I have any questions? Anybody got questions? Let me know. Let me know for sure. And that's just with that's doing an instrumental. And you probably like if you have large sessions where they actually send you the beat and the doggone vocal stems or the vocal stems or multi-tracks. If they send you that and you will be in with the power of sidechain processing, it can be powerful. I think I spent less time trying to get the EQ balance between everything done, but with the fact that I can, frequency-based sidechain, in one plugin. There's another plugin that I haven't gotten to download on my new computer. It's what is that thing called, bro? Track Spacer 2.5 or 2.6 now. Fire. Very simple. It's like 3 or 4 knobs. You turn on your sidechain, and then boom, it's gonna listen to those frequencies, and you set the frequency range. I use that one more often because it's a little bit easier to set up, but I think Soothe is a little bit more accurate because you can control a little bit more with the bands on how how serious you want it. Let's see, what else can you sidechain? Sidechaining with a purpose.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong.
Let's just see what I did here.
It's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick something and stay with it, so I picked up the words now. Watch me play with it. They made me write it all down when I wouldn't behave with it. I wrote with the pen till I learned the pain with it. The pictures helped me get to the stage with it. Now I'm on the stage with it. God, I'm so insane with it. I had to work hard.
Yeah, I even liked what we just did on this reverb. It actually sounds better than the original thing. I'm gonna have to send this guy a new version because I like how the reverb is just not in the way anymore.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write,
oh, shoot. I guess, the concept is the same for everything. Now, Soothe, if you don't have Soothe, but you have the Pro Q, you can do it with the Pro Q. It's a little bit different in the sense that you have to just make your bands. I just click anywhere, really. Click anywhere. I wonder, I don't know if there's a key command within the plugin. You could just create whatever bands. I think you can go up to 24. So before I had all these plugins, right, and the Pro Q3 was like the only thing, I was doing it with the Pro Q3. Actually, let me go ahead and delete these 3 because the vocal doesn't really even sit but right around here. So basically, this is where the vocals would basically sit, right? I highlight these and I just make them dynamic. All you gotta do is drag them down. I probably sharpen these up a little bit more. And boom, all of a sudden, I have a dynamic EQ, right? But what am I missing? The sidechain.
Cracker, I make it.
Now it's only knocking down, it's only knocking down what it's hearing from the original source. Turn on that sidechain, put it on the Vox bus, and then
Cracker, I make it up.
I think you have to. Oh yeah, on this, as long as you got all these highlighted, you can highlight as many or as little as you want. But highlight all of them. Turn auto off, and this little, whatever this little symbol is, this arrow on the line is the sidechain, the external sidechain. You turn that on, and then this is your fader, your threshold fader.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick something and stay with it, so I picked up the words now. Watch me play with it. They made me write it all down when I wouldn't behave with it. I wrote with,
and it's doing a similar thing. Now, another thing is I like to make sure my vocals are centered in the center or focused in the center. I would highlight all these, right click, and then hit stereo placement and turn them all to mid. Now it's only knocking down everything in the center. So now everything that's ambient and on the sides, it still exists while only the middle frequencies are being affected.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laugh.
You can also see whatever it's listening to here, so you just turn on, you hit deep or whatever the track name is here.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong.
What up, fam?
That's why
Welcome
I wrote
back.
this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick some.
The cool thing about Pro Q is it'll highlight red where there may be issues or maybe where some EQing should be done more. So right here, I was seeing that red. So that tells me that that's where the vocal is sitting.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick something and stay with it, so I picked up the words now. Watch me play with it. They made me write it all down when I wouldn't behave with it. I wrote with the pen till I.
And these are all responding independent based off what is hearing in the beat or in the vocal. So again, you put this here, I put it there, boom, now we got that. And dang, I just didn't realize my CPU is going crazy. Hold on now. Is my stream dropping? Hold up. Let me check my stats. Oh yeah, I've been dropping frames, bro. Woo. I don't know maybe it's the sidechain function here. Studio One's lying than a mofo. This thing is going nuts, so maybe I just gotta turn these off for now. Yeah.
Cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick some.
But you guys get the point. Similar function here versus what is happening in Soothe and other plugins. I kind of want to keep this one short. You guys can go back and review it. We learned how to sidechain reverbs to vocals. We learned how to sidechain beats to vocals. We learned how to sidechain kick drums to 808s. Now you learn how a quick way and probably a more accurate and efficient way of how to sidechain different things together so that they can live in the same space. You know, don't ever knock the traditional EQ, cut where the one sound lives and then kind of boost around it. That is still a viable option. You just got to figure out what works for that session, what works for the song. So yeah, check that out. Sidechain with a purpose. Don't overdo it, and you'll get great results. Clarity. All right, y'all.